video. And believe it or not, I've actually just redone this little intro again. I actually recorded this video, well, actually on the 3rd of July, and for some reason it didn't automatically post itself to YouTube, so my apologies if this is a little bit late and I'm telling you stuff that you already know. But we're going to be going through and looking at a new developer update, which is in regard vehicles. Yes, vehicles is something we've all been waiting for, and vehicles are going to change the gameplay in Squad completely. I mean, utterly going to change the way we've all got used to playing it over the last year or so. We're all going to have to relearn now. Infantry are going to be literally very, very aware of where vehicles are. The fact that we can now get into combat much quicker. We can use the Humvees as attack vehicles. There'll be logistics. There's an armoured vehicle in there. So the whole circle, the whole squaddy pie is starting to come together, and eventually we'll have helicopters and all sorts in there. So let's jump in and have a look at what we've got so far in this developer update. So as we can see here, they've been doing a lot of work behind closed doors with the vehicles, sorting out the physics, the handling, the player interaction and things like that. And before we progress on to this, I have actually got 20 minutes of footage showing you one of the vehicle tests, which is not actually public on YouTube. It's set to an unlisted link from one of the developers, so I will be showing you that as well in this video. So hold on if you want to have a look. It is early, very early, lots of things will change, but it gives you an idea of a little bit of the videos and the footage. So as we can see here, first one is a little drive around in the Humvee. Really quite nice. Now I don't know whether we've got a slight little bit of free look there. It did look like the head position was changing. Maybe this is automatic. As we turn into a corner, the head. Jesus, that's let's turn it down a little bit. I mean, really, I would love this game in vehicles and as the infantry as well, is if we could hold down the option key and have a free look, aka like armor. I think it's absolutely screaming out for something like that. It will come. It is mentioned a long time ago in early access to the developers. It was on the list, but that's the Humvee, so I'll pause that. As I said, I've got a lot more footage to show you later on. Obviously, they've been working on the actual physical handling of the vehicles, the tyre, suspension, the weaknesses, for example. And of course, there's a lot more involved in this. Should a vehicle get hit with an RPG, then they need damage states, and then you need to do retextures. And then what happens to the vehicle if the vehicle is blown up? What happens to it on the server? Does it disappear? Does it stay there? It's a lot more involved, I think, than we actually appreciate goes into the vehicles, including the audio and everything else that happens to it, and the weapons on the vehicles, server side, lots and lots in there for them to look at. Now, it's not just vehicles they've been working on. As you can see here, it looks like we've got an upgraded radial menu. I don't think the other one was a huge issue, but obviously that looks a lot more sexy on screen, as you can see here. Very nice. It looks like we can actually get a better representation of what we're actually putting down. This will be a rally point. This will be a fob. I'm not sure what these are. We'll find out at some point, I have no doubt. As you can see, transport vehicles with a Humvee. And it looks like it's got a protection up there. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. Get a better look. So, yes, and we can actually see here, US Army. Yes. We're getting a new faction, as we'll have a look at that in a second. So you can see the radial menu here. So when we go up to the box, press F, we can now scroll. It looks like we'll probably press it and we'll get our cursor back and we'll be able to select what we want down here. Really nice. This really is modernized it quite a lot. Very nice indeed. Yeah. There's a little hint there on something else that's going to be coming as well. They've also upgraded the marker system with the radial menu that we've mentioned above, that squad leaders can place map markers, which is going to help again as people tend to spam garbage on the map, which is a shame. New soldiers, yes, the US Army. Our art team is proud to show you off the new set of United States Army soldier models, finally in game, crafted from scratch, and they were created from help from military advisors. And as you can see, very nice indeed. I like this antenna. I hope this has got physics. Here, physics point, bouncy bouncy. Would be very cool indeed. And look at this. Oh yes. looks like we're going to be getting a dedicated sniper or marksman. A new weapon, we'll get to that in a second. As you can see, these models look really nice. We've got the M-Law there, pistol. Yeah, very nice. Also looks slightly small, but anyway. Interior of the Humvees here. Mind you, a 203 gunner, that's a lot of 203 rounds. Yeah, these look very, very cool indeed. Oh, look at these. As you can see, there's a convoy here. Another game mode that would be fantastic for this would be protect the transport. Basically, you would have to transport a logistics vehicle from point A to point B. You know, possibly the other side would set up ambushes, etc. That would be a fantastic game model, especially when mines are involved and then there's minesweepers on the road, etc., etc. You can only imagine that when the SDK is finally implemented, the community is just going to change this game for better, and better. Here we go, some nice more screenshots here. Very cool. I can't wait to do some more cinematics for the game for you guys. Enjoy doing them. Oh, there's a little founder weapon skin there. Yeah, very nice. And we've also got the 82mm mortars. Fucking A. Honestly, you can imagine the audio that Anders is going to be putting in the game for this. That whoosh, 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 and the explosions going off. Absolutely brilliant. And then the effects work. I hope the dust clouds and the impact are large. Let's make these into something terrifying. Not just a bit of cloud disappears. I want the dust cloud to last for a long time. Hopefully, we may even get smoke rounds, illumination rounds at night, things like that. Or maybe the 203 gunner could actually do that. But here we are, the M19 3782mm mortar. Very nice indeed. Now, in armor, in the Ace mod, somebody you would carry the tripod or the bipod in this case, and somebody carry the actual mortar. So let's just see. Not too much details really on what we're actually doing with that. We've also got the Dishk heavy machine gun. It's nice the fact that this weapon offers a 360-degree coverage, because obviously at the minute, the 50 cals, you're limited in your arc of fire. And this would be good for really short drive in, blitz, get out again. Or even if the technical could be placed on the top of a hill in a slight dip, you could have this weapon over the brow of the hill and chugga, 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 heads exploding. Much satisfaction as you want. As you can see, very, very nice indeed. I think the lighting looks a little bit bleached and burnt out here, like ambient occlusion isn't on. This grass seems a little strange, but anyway, I digress. Yeah, very nice. Another cool toy. And again, this being on the tripod this time, we'll be able to mount this tripod behind these walls. Maybe if you place it here, you'll have a little bit of coverage from the trees and just absolutely blitz. Fantastic. Another thing for the infantry to worry about. The more and more we get into it, the more for us to worry about. We've also got the M110 SAS semi-automatic sniper system is now in the game and will be featured in the US Army Marksman Kit. Its current state, it will support a ×4 ACOG, and they will be looking at getting in at some point a ×10. There we go. My only worry with this is too many snipers. Hopefully this will be limited. Well, it usually is limited by kit. What you're talking about is, will this ruin the game? Will we get some literal lone wolf up on the hill? We've got enough with vehicles and 50 cals and everything else going on now. Now we have to worry about this. With a ×10 scope, I think is a little bit unfair for the infantry. ×4 possibly, but who knows? I'm sure I'll get to try some in the closed testing, and I'll be able to tell you about it, even though I'm not allowed to show you it due to us having an NDA. Again, very nice, and you can just imagine the audio that Anders is going to put in here with a massive yeah, whether these have got any silencer on it or not, who knows, whether these can affect or go through body armor. I'm sure we'll find out very soon. And here we've actually got a video, a little sample of some of these weapons. And I'll just flick through this quickly. I'll find this space. Very nice. And we've also got updates to the graphics. We've got an apartment block update with more variations in there. It reminds me of a lot of Project Reality. The vehicles in there, obviously these look a little bit more detailed. As you can see inside, we've got impact craters here and everything. So it's coming along very nicely indeed. This definitely does remind me of Project Reality. Very much so. Definitely got that Russian. We've also got a new map, an Eastern European map. Johorvika, however you pronounce that, has been growing since the last recap. The map has the first settlements in, agriculturally themed, so there'll be fields, farms, things like that. May even be pigs and animals in there, who knows. So yes, infantry running along here. Close quarters combat in here, and then it looks like it goes further out into the distance where the vehicles are probably going to come in. Brilliant. Large lake. When are we going to get to modern day ribs in here with boats flying around and all this sort of stuff? I'm sure it'll come as a mod, even if the developers don't do it. And I really always want to blow up these petrol pumps. Big explosion. Anyway, getting carried away. It's not Hollywood. Yeah, very nice indeed. Lots of flat, open terrain here. So, you know, placing the 50 cal or things here is just going to be a nightmare for vehicles, for infantry, which is what we want. Gorodok's got new objectives, new variations, and new lighting adjustments. So I haven't actually tested this in-game as yet. Be interesting to see what those updates are. Some of these look really nice, don't they? This foresty area, a little bit like Cheneris from Arma. Very nice. I've been playing a lot of Farming Simulator recently as well. Oh, so picturesque for murder, death, and killing. Samari Bowler's actually had a detailed pass. Now, detailed pass means extra little goodies, interesting art, things like benches, tables, as you can see up here. Now, Samari Bala, from the second iteration that we had, was already my favourite map. It's fantastic, is that map now. You've got the option of close quarters and ranged combat. And the fact that they've updated it again is just mind-blowing, because I already thought that map was amazing. I don't remember any of these being empty. Maybe I was just enjoying myself too much. But again, very nice indeed. As you can see, before and after. So they've added lots of extra little details in there. See, it was empty before. Now we've got the horse and cart, the motorbike, and things like that. Now, motorbikes will be a vehicle coming eventually, and so will these. And before we close out, the development team would like to thank Tom Nedry for his contributions to the squad wiki. So if there's anything you want to know about there that you can't find on my videos or Karma's videos or any of the other guys who are out there creating community videos, you'll find it in there. So without further ado, I shall now leave you with 5, 10, 15, however long I decide to put in, minutes of footage that was testing the vehicles. Some of the developers in their developers closed one that wasn't open for the usual beta testers or the closed alpha testers, playing around with vehicles. It is early access, so a lot of things you'll see in there are going to change, are being worked on, so take this with a pinch of salt, but it is a tiny look behind the curtain. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I've been Paraplayers, and I shall see you in some more Squad and Rainbow Six videos coming real soon. Bye-bye. Cue the video.
This wreck looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. It's sunken with the ground over right
Tom,
now,
did you do the wreck?
Yeah.
It looks great.
Ow!
Yeah.
Ass.
When Bruno gets his exploding stuff on there, it'll look better.
Who the fuck just shot that 25?
No, I agree.
Oops. Oops.
What do you mean, oops? Who
It
said
definitely
oops?
looks like part of the map. That's the best part about it. So if you have like a big fight in an area, and then like there's a bunch of destroyed zombies. Ow!
Yeah, I know. That was the intent, though. Like, we didn't want to actually get rid of it.
We don't want to get rid of them ever? Are they going to be replicated, Roy, or are they going to affect performance?
We're
This is
talking
what
about
we talked
turning them
about
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you turn them off. Yeah.
I love the Rex, but... Yeah.
It's called tearing off. It basically makes all networked object unnetworked.
Yeah.
But I'm just
We'll
talking
have to-
even, like, polys and draws, you know, over time.
That was like...
Yeah.
That was like,
Yeah,
that was
the
dream
draws will be
originally.
a thing. But there are occluders,
They'll have
so...
lots. They'll have lots.
Yeah.
They have LODs, they're occluders. I mean, I think the actual overhead in
Honestly,
this Rex is going to be minimal.
Chris, you and the other guys spam the technical, and
Yeah.
that's lot 0, like 40,000
Yeah.
triangles, and that's everywhere. Without
I got
lots.
kicked over a team kill. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I don't.
There was someone bleeding out, probably, because I didn't shoot anyone just then.
This is backblast to the face.
Got him.
Oh, really? Oh, that was it.
So, I think the TLDR is they're a little buggy still, but they're 100% functional now.
Oh yeah.
Garrett, did you get a chance?
50 cal versus Saw. Who wins?
When the Saw sends the vehicle flying like crazy.
Oh,
Sorry, what was
get
the
Norby!
question?
Get Norby!
Oh, you're getting too good at this.
Yeah.
I really did.
Did I get you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Technically, you instantly die all the time.
Next build's gonna be fun, and we're gonna have to try and hit it with an RKG instead of the
Oh,
RPG.
that'll be good.
Oh, it's gonna be suicidal.
It'll be amazing is what it'll be.
It'll be good as soon as you can probably fire back with the BTR.
Do the Ural physics work?
I didn't touch it yet,
I
so
don't think so, touch.
probably very basic.
Fair enough.
But
Well,
everything else on
Garrett,
it's set
did
up,
you-
though.
Garrett, did you drive around a little and noticed
Yeah.
that it slightly stutters sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah. I'm gonna work on smoothing that position correction out with some interpolation, just a little bit of it. Like
Okay,
the light
cool.
dusting. So that should solve that problem.
I'm gonna
But yeah,
kill
no, the
Michael.
stutter is the stutter. It
Yeah.
means that the